I have in the past played some Bone Lord Shaman, but today I'm back with a new iteration of the deck. So Bone Lord Frost Whisper is a 6-mana legendary with a death rattle that makes the first card you play each turn cost 0 for the rest of the game, but you die in 3 turns, so you need to kill the opponent quick. And the strategy for killing the opponent quick with this deck is we need to flood the board somehow, mainly with Raid Boss Onyxia, but there are some other ways to do it. And then we play Bioluminescence, so our whole board gets spell damage. That gives us 7 spell damage. Maybe a second Bioluminescence for 14 total spell damage. And then we cast spells at the opponent until they explode. Pretty straightforward. And of course, we've also got some evolved stuff, so we can scam our win rate up to 50%. This hand is pretty stinky. Muck Pools can be good, and Farsight is good. Looks like Big Spell Mage. Which sometimes does gain a lot of armor. My win condition might not be super good in the matchup. Alright, let's make a totem for Famished Fool. Shouldn't be too hard to infuse this with Wildpaw Cavern and Command of Neptulon. I did get the best totem, by the way, because they had to hero power it to protect the Pelican. Schooling is interesting. Probably just play Schooling here. Whatever, I'll throw another fish into my Fool. Yeah, I just didn't really want to keep taking 4 from the Pelican. I probably still just play Wildpaw Cavern into that. I did pick up my Bone Lord, but I have no damage in hand. Although I do have Onyxia. Eight cards in hand, so I do have to coin, but I kind of want to coin this turn anyway, right? Going into my opponent's Barbaric Sorceress. Picked up some damage. After you draw a card, changes cost to health instead of mana. What an interesting card. So Barbaric Sorcerers could still be really strong here. Alright, that was probably the best outcome for me. I don't know, it's hard to say. I can spend health on this. I can spend health on this and play Bone Lord. I don't have that damaging of a Bone Lord hand at the moment.
For my glory.
It's also just pressure, though. Fuck it. If they're making dragons this turn, it's hard to kill Bone Lord. And if they do kill Bone Lord, then I can play this Command of Neptulon for 0 mana. That's 2 damage. So they can kill Bone Lord, but not sure if they'll want to. Gotta deal with the steel. Oh, another bio. So, assuming this Muck Pools is still in play, I have 6 minions, so 12 spell damage, so 15 with a lightning bolt. Alright, well, I believe I have lethal next turn with Bone Lord. And if they make dragons, I should be able to trade off my Bone Lord and still play an Ixia for 0. Mordresh is fine. Because my opponent is dead. The Frostbite costs 0 mana, right? So this is fine. Spell damage. Spell damage. And 30'd. Alright, not bad for turn 8. Let's go, Bone Lord. Rogue? It could be Warrior at this rank. I'm not sure how my matchup is into Control Warrior. They can gain a lot of armor, but if they're slow, it gives me time to just assemble infinite damage. Love a Famished Fool. Prescience is beautiful. Maybe I should have played Piranhas here since I have Prescience, actually. I mean, I don't have to play Prescience this turn. Okay, it is Warrior. Gotta be Cavern on 4, right? Enjoy the draw off your weapon while you can get it. Although some warriors don't even play Outrider's Axe. They play the Blacksmithing Hammer, which does a lot of damage. But they all play Astalor, that's for sure. My taunts do well enough against the 2-2. I think I want to freeze face. And chip damage is useful. I do play Blacksmithing Hammer. Wow. I guess I just dump cards from my hand so I can play Famished Fool next turn. I mean, I do assume that I'm probably getting cleared in some way here. Oh, I did. Probably should have held the fish to make a 3-4. I don't know, though. I'm drawing up to 8, and I do want to play Famished Fool. Can still be Shield Shatter. I think I want to play the other Cavern here. A little late on the Muck Pools, don't you think? Drawing up to 8 next turn. Let's just dump a fish. I probably just never played this Muck Pools, because at this point it just takes up a board slot for Bioluminescence. Oh yeah, maybe I should stop making totems because of their hero power. Hit him with the chip damage. Oh, more chip damage for next turn. Wow. I do kind of need to deal with that.
only I had some warm soup.
Do I want to spend a frostbite here?
Choices.
It might be best to.
I'm coming.
I am a little bit worried of what this charge minion can do. But I think with the blacksmithing hammer and like the Astalor, I don't think this is charge warrior. There shouldn't be faceless manipulators and battle masters.
We're going on a dangerous voyage.
Wow,
You in?
that's greedy. That's something. I mean, I guess that is good against rogue right now, isn't it? I do have Bioluminescence triple spell, but it's only 2 spell damage, so it's 15, 21 damage if I'm not mistaken. That's not bad. What if Bracing Cold lands on something good? Would I be able to sneak in a Command of Neptulon? Yeah, I think I would next turn.
I'm coming.
Probably just want to play a Nixia though. Six more damage. What is 7 mana that's not Rakara? Is it the weapon minion? Remornia? Oh, it's the Bone Lord. I think we bone, right? Alright, so 7 spell damage. I have 30 with my spells, which is actually potentially not lethal. But I do have another Bioluminescence in deck and a Scalding Geyser. Plus they have to actually deal with my board. Alright, should be lethal for me here. Ozamat fills the board. We get 7 spell damage. And then we deal 30. Easy peasy.
Rastakan versus Tyrande. You stand before King Rastakan.
Pretty terrible hand unless I can pick up an evolve. I am actually playing against a priest. Not really sure what to make of that. I probably do okay in the matchup, I would guess. Prescience, kind of hard to play though. Well, I have tiny toys that I can hit with my evolve effects.
Welcome to the cult.
My Knoll doesn't even die, so I could still draw Muck Pools. In fact, it's probably the best draw in my deck, because I could play it alongside Prescience. Oh, another Tiny Toys was not the best draw. So this doesn't actually do anything, which is kind of nice for me. Could maybe kill it without playing Prescience, but I don't really know why I would do that. Alright, Bone Lord Famished Fool I think was the best pair of cards. obviously should be pretty easy to infuse this Famished Fool. And should be pretty easy to dump things like these piranhas out of my hand. Oh, I just realized though, Priest can have silence, so I don't know if Bone Lord is going to be that good in this matchup. Might be a slightly worse Boulder Fist Ogre, which is still pretty good stats for the cost. I don't think I can play Bone Lord here. I do have a lot of damage, but I don't have a Nixia or a Bio. Actually, I don't really need a Nixia, because Tiny Toys kind of fills the same role. But I do need Bio, which I don't have. Let's just play as Tiny Toys and pass. Is this still a 2-2? I guess it is. So, pretty mediocre set of minions.
The caress of death is not gentle.
Svalna is to be expected. I guess I could play Bone Lord here. And then if they silence me, they give me a bunch of stats. I'd have to play a Lightning Bolt with it, but that's not too bad. I guess the bigger problem is that when I say a bunch of stats, I mean like a small handful of stats. I do also kind of have to worry about Bone Lord getting Plague Spreadered. But I haven't seen a Plague Spreader yet, obviously. I think for now... Oh man, it's such a good bone turn. I have Famished Fool to try to hit Bio. This is definitely questionable. They can't play too many Radiant Elementals here. Alright, there's the shard, but at what cost? I mean, I do have 20 damage on the board right now. So they need to do better than hero power, because I have double frostbite. They can still have Flash Heal, Desperate Prayer, etc. And by etc, I mean Gift of the Naru, I guess. So my opponent is just simply dead here. Alright, well, they still got boned.
Rastakan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
You stand before King Rastakan.
No keepers there, I think. The opponent was actually Rogue, a shock for someone at rank 1.
Followed.
I actually haven't played against that much Rogue. I've played against more Hunter and Mage. Am I coining Farsight into Farsight, or coining Wildpaw Cavern? Probably rather coin Wildpaw Cavern. Actually, I do have Tiny Toys Convincing Disguise. Maybe I don't coin either. But I'm probably going to want to play Command Him Neptulon on 5, so I wouldn't be able to coin Tiny Toys Evolve on 6 anyway. I don't know. I don't have to play Command Him Neptulon, though.
It's all in your head.
I think Wildpaw Cavern's pretty nice.
Take two and call me in the morning.
It's a lot of concoctions. Probably should have gone schooling first to check for Ice Trap. but ended up not mattering.
Reverberations in the void.
I don't want to play this into freeze, but playing around freeze is not super easy. Alright, nice. The next turn is probably just Farsight plus Fish, and then we can evolve on 7.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
That's an interesting draw. Probably just kill the 5/5 here with it, though. Just kidding. Not freeze, not explosive, not ice. I think I'm perhaps about to take 6 damage here.
More bones to gnaw on.
You love when the button stays yellow. Shouldn't be too hard for them to deal with an 8/3 though. Stoneborn General definitely was the superior rush minion here. Good old Neptulon. I could play Onyxia here. Onyxia is really good on board, but she makes it harder to do Bone Lord stuff, but Tiny Toys can help with that. I think just making a board of 7 drops into a Neptulon is just, like, so terrible. What if I go, like... If I Prescience... Oh, I do guaranteed hit a Goldshire Knoll, actually. Which would be 1 mana. And then I could play 2 fish. Which only kills Neptulon itself. I think Onyxia is just so insane on board, I have to play it. And maybe she gets, like, scabbed or something. Oh, of course it's Gigafin. And I can only imagine there will be a Shadow Step on that Gigafin. So the opponent is showing 18 damage. I can wind chill, though. I guess I'm wind chilling regardless of what I do. So I think I have 3 valid plays here. I have Tiny Toys Evolve, I have Bone Lord, or I have Prescience into Goldshire Knoll Value Trade Evolve. That one was a lot more words, which kind of makes me feel like it's better. I'm not very confident in my ability to close out this game with, Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, missed an attack, but whatever. I'm not very confident in my ability to close out the game with Bone Lord with this hand. God, missing that attack on the Gigafin does suck, but whatever. I guess I'm lucky that they got Neptulon, because that would have cast here, probably. If it was a class Colossal. Alright, well I do have 1,000,000 fish here. And by 1,000,000, I mean I can only play 4 at a time, which is maybe not super good. Oh wait, I know what the secret is. It's motion denied. Yes, yes, I know. Shit, how do I trade? Fish math is so complicated. Okay, maybe that wasn't too bad. Don't love that immediately going face, but I guess it also doesn't have a good trade.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
God, this is just brutal when they draw a contraband stash into Tess. I mean, it's only brutal if they also generate, like, you know, they have the Colossal and they have the freaking Shadow Waltz. And a freaking motion denied, of course. I'm just going for tiny toys, I guess. Trade here in case I get a 2-mana rush. I don't think there's any 10 I could hit that would be good. So I'm going for an 8. I don't know what 8 it would be. Morg Forge Fiend, maybe? Brasswing. Winnable? Even if they manage to have another contraband stash, my board is really, really threatening.
You are so cute. Yes, you are.
Do I die to bioluminescence?
My time is almost up.
I'm really scared that that targeted my totem instead of my 8-1. They have so little mana to work with, though. But I guess they could still play a freaking Trickster. Alright, I got a bit lucky. I'll admit it.